Warhammer Battle Honors. It is a new and returning player program for Warhammer. So you go to any Games Workshop location, you get this booklet, absolutely free. There is a stamp card. So basically, I completed this in 24 hours, start to finish. It goes over collecting, building, painting, playing, and reading 5 facets of Games Workshop fandom. And you can see a series of rewards, all of which I have here, and I will open up a review for you in real time. So I'll go over, for instance, the collecting, just to give you an understanding, because they are all very basic and they don't require much in the way of money spent, any of that fun stuff. You can just kind of go at it with the starter set if you have it, and pretty much complete everything here. So I give a wish list of what you want. If you want to buy a Swarmlord miniature, get a Death Guard army, I want to get a Necron army, so on and so forth. Faction focus, learn more about your faction. Okay, build your first, choose your first character for your collection. Choose a unit or 3 or more, basically get a squadron going. Reinforcements, choose a unit of 5 or more miniatures to expand your collection. Choose a monster or a vehicle for the Earth Shaker. Then collect your own way. So I expanded to a full combat patrol. I added Skaven miniatures. Played a game with alternate miniatures to my Tyranid army, and explaining why you like the army that you chose. I chose Tyranids, for instance. And boom, when that's completed, you get some pins. So these are the pins, and they're actually very, very nice, very high quality pins. So, very thick, hard to bend, metal, good clasp, clear artwork, very nice pins. Okay, so putting those aside, that is the first reward. The second reward is building, and you get the bits box. This is the bits box. Sounds like there's something inside it. I have no clue what's in this, so we'll learn together. The pins I will grade as a main are just fantastic pins. I do like the logo on the bits box. These are medium strength plastic. These are actually fairly heavy duty claps for a box this size. Okay, and it's a bunch of dividers in here. For instance, I guess this is for kit bashing. If you want to have heads, terrain pieces, alternate arms, just bits. They go in here quite nicely. The divider seems to have slipped out, so I'll just fix that. Kind of just slide into very small, hard to pick up on camera grooves, and they hold in place quite nicely. So, I do like the bits box. I'll give this, I want to say a B. Some of the pieces and alternate bits that you might get from collecting the hobby probably wouldn't fit here. I guess you can slide out dividers to make it fit, but it does feel slightly flimsy to me. I have a feeling that clasp might break if I open and close this too much, but for what it is, just sitting in the shelf, just containing little items, you can't go wrong with fruit. The next setup is a paint reward. For painting models, you get the paintbrush one. All the items are going to be branded with Warhammer, and they were all not for sale coded items. It says it is strictly for the beginners program or the battle honors. So, nice little Warhammer basic brush holder. Holds the bottom of the brushes, extra little pieces, items, whatever you want, and little tiny holes to fit all the brushes. I actually fairly like this, considering some Warhammer brushes can be like $30, $40, $50 a brush. As I say that, the zipper got a little stuck. Not the best quality. I'd still give it a B. It does what it needs to do. The zipper is kind of a pain in the butt, but again, it is great for keeping expensive brushes clean, safe, all of that fun stuff. For the reading, the final part, it does require you get or have a White Dwarf magazine. Discuss an article that you like to write. These are typically $10 to $15, and it's for the Black Library section, which is the publishing house. It does require you have a book. I bought this Leviathan book for around $20, but you can go to like a WeBook Inn or a used bookstore. These have been out for years and years and years. You can probably get one for like $1 or $2 for the older novels, just to say, you know, I'm aware of the Black Library. You get that stamp, you see everything. Go back into the codex here, check it out. Then it is play. The play actually gives you these really nice text. If I open these up, the 6 has the Warhammer etched into it. They're fairly nice dice. Give them a solid A. Wish that there was a little bit more of them in the package, but they're really great dice for a beginner. Then the next setup here, our little collection, was the read. Again, we have to have the book, but it gives you a poster. The poster is actually fairly nice. It is way too big, so I'll flip it over here and I'll show you the other half of Sigmar. Again, it folds out. And then if I fold it out in here, the Warhammer 40k, it is a complete map of the galaxy. Considering you've spent some time getting into the lore of 40k, getting a really cool poster map is not a bad idea. Depending, you know, if you're like a lore librarian and you enjoy that sort of thing. You also get a Battle Honors diploma saying you completed it, which is kind of a fun little touch. And then at the very end of it, you get this fairly large storage box. So I'll have to move the old diploma out of the way to properly unbox this. It's a decent sized box. Novel for scale. Fairly big, fairly big box. Meant to store like a combat patrol, the beginnings of your collection. It is a nice kind of satin fabric with some kind of hard plastic or cardboard reinforcements. All in all, it is actually a beautiful box. And you open it up. It has a chrome sheet at the top. And then it has these movable grooves in this piece of foam here. Move out. One has some other foam inlay here, but yeah, so everything stretches any and every which way to fit a decent number of balls and all these holes. Easily fit a combat patrol in here. And considering the storage cases can be fairly expensive, it's a nice little touch. All of which would be beautiful Warhammer branding. All of this completely free, just as an introduction for new players into the hobby. And yeah, I gotta say, it is a fantastic toolkit for people just getting into Warhammer, giving you a lot of the stuff that you definitely need down the line, if not right away, as well as just some fun little things to say thanks for playing. And I absolutely love that. I've seen a lot of people asking what is in the bits box, what is the quality of the storage container, what are these even, what can you get for getting Warhammer. There's really a lot of info about this online or on YouTube, so I figured, hey, I'll do the program and give a review to you guys. So if you like this kind of info and you want more Warhammer Pokemon and Magic Gathering content, please like and subscribe. Until next time, have a good one.